Once upon a time, in a village surrounded by a forest, lived me, Hansel, and my oh-so-clever sister, Gretel. Let me tell you, if there was ever a mastermind behind our misadventures, it was definitely not me. No, it was Gretel, with her so-called brilliant ideas that always seemed to lead us into trouble. You see, the whole breadcrumbs incident? Yeah, that was her brilliant plan. We were supposed to be out in the forest picking berries, but leave it to Gretel to think we were auditioning for a role in a demented version of Hansel and Gretel's Guide to Getting Lost. I swear, if she had an ounce of common sense, we wouldn't have ended up stranded without a trail to follow. But did she take responsibility for it? Oh no, it was all, Hansel, you should have been paying attention. Me? As if I was supposed to be watching a trail of breadcrumbs while dodging thorns and keeping an eye out for witches. And then there was the cottage made of candy and sweets. Now, I'm not saying I wasn't tempted, but who thought it was a fantastic idea to start nibbling on someone's house? Yep, you guessed it, Gretel. She just had to take a bite, and I, being the ever-obedient brother, followed suit. Next thing I know, we're being locked up by an evil witch who wants to fatten us up for dinner. Bravo, Gretel, bravo. Your brilliant culinary curiosity nearly got us roasted. Let's not forget about the whole oven plan. Oh, that was a shining example of Gretel's logic. She managed to shove the witch into her own oven, but not before she thought it was a good idea to shove me in there first. Just to test the heat, she said. Seriously? I was inches away from becoming the main course because of her impulsive reasoning. And you know what's worse? After all these escapades, who's the one that gets the blame? Yours truly, Hansel. Because apparently, I'm the one who's reckless and unthinking. Me, who was just trying to survive while following the brilliant ideas of my sister. Oh sure, I had a few ideas along the way, but they were all dismissed as too boring or too safe. So, there you have it. The thrilling tale of Hansel and the clever Gretel, where I, the innocent bystander, was dragged into one mess after another, thanks to the ingenious plans of my dear sister. If you're ever wondering why I look perpetually exasperated in those old illustrations, well, now you know the real story behind that famous fairy tale.
Oh boy, let me regale you with the wild ride that was my life with Hansel, my dear innocent brother. Trust me, if there was ever a maestro of calamity, it was definitely Hansel. I'm telling you, the misadventures we got into were like a comedy sketch waiting to happen. And guess who was the unintentional star? Yours truly, Gretel. So there we were, trotting through the forest like two lost lambs, thanks to Hansel's remarkable sense of direction. We're picking berries, minding our own business, when he suddenly declares that it's the perfect time to audition for How to Get Lost in the Woods, starring Hansel and Gretel. And guess who's the understudy for the brainless sidekick role? Oh, that's right, me. But do I get a say in this plan? Of course not. Fast forward, we're lost without a breadcrumb trail. And who does Hansel blame? Me. Apparently, it's my job to be a breadcrumb guardian while navigating the thorny terrain. Then, let's talk about the candy cottage debacle. Sure, it looked delicious, but who dived in like they were at a candy Olympics? Ding, ding, ding. Hansel takes the prize again. And who did I have to look out for while the sugar high took over? That's right, Hansel. We end up in the clutches of a witch, and who gets the blame? Oh, you know who? Me. Because apparently I'm the confectionery mastermind. Oh, but let's not forget the crowning jewel of our escapades, the oven fiasco. Imagine this. We're trapped in the witch's lair, and Hansel comes up with the genius idea of testing the oven's temperature by shoving me in. Yep. That's his solution to culinary detective work. But oh, don't worry, he didn't stop there. He somehow manages to stuff the witch in there too, like he's auditioning for a role as an oven contortionist. And you know what's the cherry on top of this comedic catastrophe? It's how Hansel conveniently forgets his bright ideas and blames me for everything. Oh yes, I'm the reckless one, the impulsive one. Me, who was just following Hansel's trail of genius plans. So, there you have it, folks. The uproarious chronicles of Gretel and the innocent Hansel. I may have been the unwitting partner in crime, but Hansel, my dear brother, takes the cake for turning every adventure into a side-splitting spectacle. And as for me, well, let's just say I'm the hilarious heroine who kept it together, while Hansel chased his imaginative disasters.